This is how to turn your old smartphone into a dumb phone. This is my old smartphone. Well, it's my new smartphone because I bought it, and it's an old smartphone, and I really love it. I made a bunch of videos about it. It's an iPhone 6S, and I want to talk to you about how to turn it into a dumb phone to completely change and radicalize your life and make yourself happier, just a better person. You might lose weight. You find the love of your life. I'll fix whatever problems you have. This will fix all of them. Not really, but I wanted to talk about how you could turn your old smartphone into a dumb phone and how that can dramatically improve your life. This is a video that I saw from David Kaya. I'll link his versions down below. I think that he made a remarkable video. If you want to see that video, it'll be linked down below. So the most important thing when turning your old phone into a Lite phone into a dumb phone, the most important thing is to minimize the number of apps that you have on your phone. For me, I only have downloaded just a handful of apps, and I'll list them out here for you. The apps I have downloaded are Strava, which is a running app, Authenticator to authenticate myself, Libby, which is the greatest app on the planet. It allows you to access any book basically that your library has, so basically any book in the world, so long as you have a library card. The Dunkin' Rewards app, because I love a Charlie cold brew, and I found out recently that that's for Charlie D'Amelio, and I had no idea that, but whatever, it's a good drink. The other app I have downloaded is the Gmail app to be able to manage my wedding videography business. I have the YouTube Studio app. I have the Google Docs app for when I'm reading scripts off of my phone. I have the Google Calendar app to make sure that I make these videos here. DJI Go 4, which is just so I can fly my drone. And the other app I have is Zero, which is an intermittent fasting app. So as you can tell, on my phone, I've downloaded and been very strategic about the apps I have. If you've noticed there's not one single one of those apps that is a social media app. I don't have social media. I haven't used social media for years and years and years. And I'm trying to get you on the bandwagon as well to not use social media. And the first step is to take your old smartphone and turn it into a dumb phone. I think that's a really great step to downgrade your phone intentionally. Ideally, in Dave's video, he still owned his other phone, his much better phone, and he just used his dumb phone just strictly at home. I think you should just downgrade to your dumb phone that you turn into a Lite phone, or your smartphone that you turn into a dumb phone / Lite phone, whatever that may be. That's what I've done. I've done that with great success. I've really enjoyed my lack of time that I spent on this phone. And so the most important thing to do is to make sure you delete every possible app you can. You don't need that app. You don't need Reddit. You don't need TikTok. You don't need YouTube. You don't need Twitter. You don't need Facebook. You don't need any of those apps. I promise you. The thing to do if you do actually kind of technically need those, for me, sometimes I need Facebook because if I have to purchase a product. Recently, I picked up this GH5 over here for my wedding video business, and I needed to buy it used because why would I spend way more money on it brand new when I know somebody will have it locally used? So for that reason alone, I used Facebook on my computer and I accessed it through that, found a good listing, and then I was communicating with that guy through the Messenger app on my phone when I had to leave. No big deal because I had to meet the guy and I wanted to make sure that he knew I was coming, and then you just delete the app once you get there, once you complete the purchase. So there are obviously going to be the rules aren't super firm, but they are really firm about a couple things, and you got to be really careful about it because I'll even find myself, I'll re-download Facebook to go see if, let me see if they have a drone that I want to buy, or if they have this I want to buy or need to buy, whatever it may be. And then I'll find myself 5 minutes later scrolling through the Facebook shorts, and I'm like, what am I doing? It's like I'm so stupid, I can't even handle a phone, which is why I had to turn it into a dumb phone. Another thing to do is the apps you do download on your phone, make them important and make them make your life better. Obviously, a lot of the apps I have on my phone are health apps, Zero, the fasting app, and Strava, the running app. I have intentionally decided that I want to be a healthier person. I have run every single day this year. It's like 150 days or something. I've run literally at least 1 mile every single day. And it's because I'm intentional with the things that I let into my life. I have the Strava app on my phone because I want to make sure I can track that. I have the Zero app on my phone because I'm trying to intermittent fast and lose a few pounds so I can run faster and run further. If you download apps that you know are bad for you, the Twitters of the world, the Reddits of the world, all of these apps, if you download these apps and you choose to have them on your phone, you're just allowing yourself to be controlled basically by these apps, by these algorithms, by people you don't know. And I would suggest to not allow that to happen. Be very, very intentional with the apps that you allow on your phone, just like you should be intentional with the things that you allow in your life. This is just minimalism, but for your phone, I think just minimalism isn't cool anymore, even though it's still, I think, can be really valuable, but it's fine. Minimalism is not cool, so we don't do minimalism anymore. The next step would be to have yourself on Do Not Disturb a lot. I'm constantly on Do Not Disturb. Right now, I'm on Do Not Disturb for this video. I am constantly on Do Not Disturb. Don't bother me. Don't disturb me. I'm constantly using that because I don't need to be updated right now, right this very second. Almost everything can wait an hour. So deleting apps, choosing very specific apps on your phone, not allowing people to get in contact with you immediately, and starting to set boundaries of you're the type of person that just takes 6 hours to respond. When you text somebody, there's almost the expectation that they're going to respond right away to you, and you actually don't owe anybody an immediate response. That's what I've learned is you could just take 6 hours to respond, and people are still going to love you. They might get annoyed at you sometimes, but they're still going to love you. It's no big deal. You just have to sort of set that expectation that, yeah, I'll get around to responding when I respond. If you are somebody that immediately responds every single time, and then you stop doing that, people have this expectation of you now that you're going to respond immediately. So be very aware of that. Be wary of that, of setting that expectation of immediate gratification, immediate response, and get away from those websites and the apps that give you immediate gratification, because immediate gratification is almost never good. There's almost never a case when having immediate gratification is better than gratification that takes forever. I know from personal experience, I trained for a half marathon. I've run every day this year, and I trained for a half marathon, and I'm not a runner. Like I started running back in August or September of 2022, and I am a runner now, but I wasn't a runner not even a year ago, and I trained for a half marathon with a goal to break 2 hours, and I did. And that feeling is way better than posting a picture on Instagram or posting a video on YouTube and having it get a lot of likes and a lot of comments and a lot of views and whatever it may be. I promise you, gratification that you wait for, that you spend time on, that you build up to, is way better. So learning to intentionally live with a phone that's less a dumb phone, a light phone, is a great thing to do. Dave's video goes into it a little bit more in depth. Again, I think you should just put your SIM card in your old phone and use that. Just decide that you're not going to let this phone take control of your life. I think you possibly could do these same things with your current really nice phone, but I know from personal experience that those really nice phones are really nice and they can be really engaging to a fault sometimes. So turn your old smartphone into a dumb phone if you have one lying around. If not, go pick one of these up for about 50, 60 bucks on eBay. Change your life. Come back in this video in 3 years when you change your life and say, Scott, you changed my life. And I'll say, you're welcome. And I won't really know what else to say, but I know that your life will be better and I'll be glad for you. Keeping all this in mind, just remember, when you have all this free time, do it to create something positive. Don't just turn your brain off and watch TV instead of playing on your phone. Don't just waste time. Read a book, go look at great paintings, go for a walk, experience great art, listen to Mozart, whatever it may be. Go experience a beautiful world that is in front of you, that's out there, that's not on here. There's nothing beautiful that comes from this. Almost nothing beautiful that comes from this. I'm sure something has, but for the most part, there's nothing but drivel and negativity on here. Go out into the real world, see real beauty, experience nature, all that has to offer. It's free a lot of times too. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you again for watching. This has been Scott with Techno Eclipse. Peace out.